Manufacturers don't want their consumers to be content with what they have for too long. That's why they're always striving to release better and better products. And they often are better. The iPhone X is better than the iPhone 8, just like the RTX 2080 is better than the GTX 1080. But sometimes the improvements offered aren't all that functional. Such is the case with 240Hz monitors that didn't let the 144Hz remain the top refresh rate for long. With that said, in this video we'll be taking a look at 240Hz monitors, whether they're worth it for gaming, and also how they stack up against 144Hz monitors, which are more popular at the moment. Let's quickly recap the fundamentals. Refresh rates determine how many times the display can be refreshed each second, and this is measured in hertz. Basically, this means that your monitor's refresh rate will determine the highest possible frame rate you'll be able to see in games. Your GPU may well be able to render over 200 frames per second, but if you're using a 60Hz monitor, the extra 140Hz will mean nothing. 60Hz is the standard, although 144Hz is quite popular among gamers. But what about 240Hz? Are the improvements exponential or incremental? To answer that, let's take a look at the advantages and disadvantages of 240Hz monitors, starting with the good stuff. The advantages of high refresh rates are essentially the same as the advantages of high frame rates, and you want high frame rates for these two reasons. A, with high refresh rates comes increased responsiveness and a more fluid gaming experience. And B, high refresh rates can allow for slightly better reaction times in competitive multiplayer. But while these advantages are certainly welcome, they do of course come paired up with some inevitable disadvantages. The type of panel used determines what the monitor will excel at, and as for 240Hz monitors, they are still made exclusively with TN panels. These panels are the cheapest to manufacture, offer lightning-fast response times, and high refresh rates. However, this comes at the price of color accuracy and viewing angles. The colors often appear flat and washed out, and the viewing angles are, frankly, often some of the worst that you can find in a monitor. So seeing as how big of a step up 240Hz is from 144Hz, is the trade-off worth it? In most cases, we would have to say no. The thing is, the higher the refresh rate, the harder it is for the human eye to actually notice the difference. Everyone can see the difference between 30 and 40 FPS, even between 60 and 120. But few people can actually spot the difference between 144 FPS and 240 FPS, even when viewed side by side. So when all is said and done, what does the math tell us? Are 240Hz monitors worth it for gaming? Well, no. At least not for most people. But let's elaborate on this. Many people don't need the kind of performance that a 240Hz monitor brings. And at the price tag of one such monitor, you could easily find a 144Hz IPS or VA monitor, which would bring both improved performance and better visuals, offering the best of both worlds. All in all, the way we see it, a 60Hz IPS or VA monitor is still the best option for the majority of gamers, while 144Hz is only really necessary for those who want to get an advantage in competitive multiplayer. Still, tastes and preferences differ from person to person, and if you're that kind of gamer who prioritizes performance over everything else, and if you're not overly concerned with color accuracy, viewing angles, or the like, then a 240Hz monitor might just be a good buy. In any case, if you're shopping for a new monitor right now, we recommend checking out our gaming monitors buying guide, where we include the very best monitors, including refresh rates from 60Hz to 240Hz. You can find the link in the description. We hope you find this video helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. If you want to see more videos like this one, then click on the bell icon and it'll notify you when new videos get uploaded. In the meantime, may your games be fun and your losses few. And as always, we'll see you next time on Gaming Scan.